Hello students, once again I welcome you in today's session, and this is our second session of Science Class 6 chapter number 11. We have already studied about what are the reflection or pinhole camera. Even we have studied about different type of objects. Okay, what types of objects are. Now today we are going to study deep about them. Let us introduce our content, that what you are going to study in today's your session. We would be completing the transparent, translucent and opaque. Thereafter, what exactly the shadow is, pinhole camera as well as mirror and reflection. We have discussed in our last session that what is the define of these particular objects or things are. For example, transparent. So transparent are the object which can be seen clearly. The example for that is mirror. Which type of mirror? It's a glass mirror, not the mirror you have at your home. This is the glass mirror that you have in your windows. Even in your school window you would be having this thing, glass mirror. Second, what do you have? Second is translucent. Translucent are an object through which we can see partially. Only a partial thing can be seen. The object is always blurred. Why? Because it is not transparent. That's why. Next, what do we have? Opaque. An object which cannot be seen is known as an object. Which type of an object? Opaque object. You can take an example of wood, through which light cannot pass. So now you can see my eyes. Now you cannot see. Now, an object through which light cannot pass is opaque. An object through which light can pass is transparent. An object through which light passes partially is called translucent. So in all these cases it deals with light only. Light should be there. Without the light we can perform none of the activity. Fine. Next, what exactly the shadow is? Now, as the light falls on a body, what are its characteristics? Light should be there and an object should be opaque. As the light falls on my body, my reflection will be there at the back side. Back side can be possible on this board, or if I am standing outside, my shadow can be found where? On the ground even. So in such condition, shadow is there downside and light rays are coming onto my face. So this is an example of shadow, how exactly the shadow are formed. You can do the activity with the help of your hand. You can make different shapes from it and then just see outside. Let the light falls onto it. Suppose the light is coming from this side and I just play like this. So what will going to happen? My shadow will fall downside somewhere else, even over this portion, even if it is visualized, then only we can see. Here what happens? It emits everything. So I have to, for this activity, I have to use an opaque medium. Clear? You have to take an opaque medium like this. Even you can take a paper. Okay, put the paper and then just have a light onto it and make an image you want. Whatever type of image you will make, there will be a shadow of it. Okay? Pinhole camera. It is a camera through which whatever the image is formed, it is always upside down as it passes. And you would have heard about periscope. Did you? If not, so try to understand. Periscope is made in this direction. Okay. Suppose you are seeing over here your eye. Okay. You are seeing from here and the object is over here. So will you be able to see the object? As there are the terms, as I told you, light cannot travel through a bent medium and it is bended over there. Now what had happened? Over there, mirror is fixed. What is fixed? Mirror. So and over here also mirror. So this mirror will help this eyes to see this side, and from this we are able to just see or just simply recognize the tree over there. Once we went to this thing, science lab, at that time I have shown you, if you remember. If you don't remember, it's okay. We'll do the experiment again and each one of you will going to make this type of periscope. Okay, we'll do this. We'll manage to do. Finally, here also, not only the hole, here also mirror is fixed. So from here you can see till here. Why? Because of the mirrors which have been fixed over here. Okay, which type of mirror is this? It is not that you have at your home. Okay, they are the transparent one. Light can travel through, and till light can travel, you can see the image. Fine? Don't think I have written mirror over here, then don't think that which you have in your home. It's a transparent one. So what we have understood, that the image which has been formed by pinhole camera, it is always upside down. As we view through that camera, so this portion comes downside and leg come upside. It is always upside down. Next, what do we have? Mirror reflection. What is a mirror reflection? When you see an object, let's see, just try to understand. This is a mirror. This is a perfect mirror. What does this line mean? This line means this is opaque. Okay, this side is opaque. And this side there is a glass. Now, image is formed over here, and as the image formed here, it reflects back. If it is not, if back side it is not polished, here it is polished. No, this side we don't have to polish. This side it was polished. Now let the glass be plain. Now what will going to happen in this situation? In this situation, suppose we are standing here and for try to see your image. So what will going to happen? It will, our light will strike an object and then it will going to go inside. There will be no reflection at all. Why? Because on the other side it is not polished, so light will going to travel on and on and on. If you want that light should reflect back, for such condition you need an object like this, one side glass, other side polished, then only there will be a reflection. Let me give you one more example. Suppose you three of you friends, okay, just if you want to see the reflection, decide three friends have to stand in a dark room. One friend will going to hold a glass or a mirror. You have to hold a mirror. From one side someone will show the light of a torch onto the mirror. So there will be the reflection from the mirror towards this side. As light travels from this side, it always moves towards the other side. So there will be a reflection on others who are standing just nearby you. Is that clear to you? Let me take one more example. Do you have watches like this? You all come to school by wearing this type of wrist watch. Now sometimes when you are sitting near the window, so what happens, as the sunlight falls onto your wristwatch, there is a reflection on other sides. Sometimes this reflection come onto the face of teacher. As you are sitting in this direction, light falls here and then it will going to move in other direction. This you have done many a times. I think now this part is also clear to you. Let's see. Now what is there in your book? One thing is very important in your book, beta. Whatever topic has been discussed, all the topics have an activity. You must do the activity, then only the concept will be clear to you. Okay? We have covered, I think, almost everything in this chapter. And yes, summary is there. Summary is all about remembering, points to remember. Let's recall what we have studied in this chapter. From the beginning we are doing this. Very first, opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. Transparent object, do you get that? Opaque objects, जैसे ये था. This example we have taken. This is an opaque object. Opaque in what way? From one side it is opaque, other side it's a glass. So as the light falls, it does not allow to enter in, then it reflected back. It means opaque object does not allow the light to enter in. Transparent object always allow the light to pass through it, and we can see through these objects very clearly, beta. Translucent object allow light to pass through it but partially. The image which can be seen through translucent object, it is always blurred. Shadow are formed when an opaque object comes in the path of light. Suppose there is a class. Okay, you do this in your home. You would be having a glass in the window. Okay, it's a transparent one. You just put your hand on the back side of it. What will you notice? As you take away your hand, you can clearly see outside. But suppose you will put a hand in between. This is a glass and this is a hand. Then you can see your own face onto your hand. Why? Because you have stopped the passage of light. Okay? Now next, pinhole camera we have studied. Pinhole camera can be made with a simple material and can be used to image the sun and brightly lit objects. They are used to just watch all sun and the brightly lit objects. Mirror reflection gives us clear image. Mirror reflection always gives us clear image. What does it mean? It means that when you stand in front of a mirror and just to see your face, it will be you only, none other. It is nothing like that. As you are standing in front of a mirror and you will find the face of your father. No, because you are standing in front of a mirror, so you will have a clear image of yours only. Okay? Next, but sometimes yes, it seems in further classes you come to know that in a mirror sometimes it happens your left ear seems to be the right one, your right ear seems to be left one. It happens when we do the exercise also while standing in front of a camera or a mirror. What happens? You just go for a dance class or other class of exercise like yoga or a gym. There what happens, cameras are there, and when you just do the stretching and all, what you find, there is always vice versa. As you stretch your right hand, it seems to be your left, and as you stretch your left hand, it seems to be right. So these types of things can take place in front of a camera. Fine. Next, images are very different from shadow. Yes, shadow can be big or small. Images are same as it was. As suppose you have your photograph, you would have taken a clip in your mobile phones or through your camera, and also take the shadow photograph. It is hell and heaven difference. In image, everything you can visualize, as you can see the hair, you can see the eye particularly, okay? But what happens in image? Image, it is a dark spot, nothing else but a dark spot. You cannot make or you cannot understand where the eyes are or where the ears are. So this is the difference between a image and a shadow. Next, what do we have? That light travels through a straight line. We have done the experiment even over here. But for its better understanding, beta, try to have a pipe or a straw and do it on your own. Once you will try it, you understand better. Then only this concept of traveling of light will be clear to you. I hope all the points are quite clear to you, and you would have even understood what is the difference between the shadow or a light, even the reflection, and how does reflection take place. What are the situations required for forming shadow? We have discussed even that light is important or opaque substance is important, etc. Always remember that shadow during the day, its height is smaller in comparison to when evening. As the sun comes down, the shadow increases its height. Why? Because now the shadow will going to evaporate, or it will not going to be formed in the ground or backside anywhere. You won't be seeing it for any more. Why? Because there is no source of light. Light is slowly. It is not there over in the environment. As light is not there, the shadow cannot be formed. So now I'll ask you to write down all the important points from the book, and don't forget the thorough reading of the chapter. Line to line you have to read it out. If you come across any of the difficulty in understanding the meaning, always prefer dictionary. Even you can ask me. Consult that with your other family members. When we talk, so what increases? The power of knowledge increases. So just do this chapter by your heart and write down everything, even the exercise also. Try to solve it on your own. I hope you would have understood the meaning or the importance of light, shadow and reflection in your life. Thank you. Have a nice day.